Damn birds. You can't hear them, can you?
Kind of.
Damn it, I'll close my door.
The birds. It's Coco Beware. Holy shit. Coco Beware of the New Day. He'd be the perfect fit. All right, we're starting. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wolf Tap.
Ayo.
We got Big Vex, and he sounds like he's 6'2", and we can't teach that.
Teach that. Wait, I thought we were the Wolf Pack and not freaking Enzo and freaking Big Cass.
Well, I had the thing that I was gonna do, like searching for Renee, and we got Maryland, who's knowledgeable as hell, and you can't teach.
All right, anyway. Let me do the intro proper. All right. I got me, Maryland Wolves 110, the most knowledgeable member of the podcast, and you can't teach that. Renee, the boopinest member of the podcast, and you can't teach that.
Boopinest?
Yeah, and Bexper, the TNA of the podcast, and you can't teach that.
I'm not even 6'2".
We just said like you sounded 6'2". I don't know. Your deepest voice of us all. That's why I came up with it's just like calling you Big Vex. We had that idea, the Search Vlex Wolves or something like that. Like we were gonna throw our names in there, but it's like, oh, that's gonna sound weird. So, and then I came up with like the Wolf Tap. I'm like, oh, genius, because they don't do shit now. I don't think. I went on their SoundCloud and it was like what, a month since they did it. Maybe they gotta throw all their. If our schedules are fucked up, man, I can't imagine what they're doing now.
X-Pac is the most active out of all of them.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right,
as I said before, we're the WCW to their WWE.
We're just gonna sneak. We just need that one point where one of their members shows up on both podcasts. Like, oh, it's the Gift Papums. What's he doing here?
It's like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Welcome.
Yeah. Anywho, that we got a lot of stuff to cover this week. We got news from Nintendo Direct, and also got news from SmackDown, Raw, NXT, Ring of Honor, and TNA.
Apparently. Because Big Vex.
Oh,
he's got some shit. First things first, though.
What up, Renee?
Gaming news?
I got something to say.
Yeah, let's cover Nintendo Direct first.
Yeah, by gaming news we mean that because the only other thing was like,
yeah,
Skullgirls underestimated the Vita thing, so that's a little late, and they're censoring a little bit of Street Fighter V. It's like no gratuitous ash and crotch shots of Armik and Camis, which I don't really care that much about. I mean, it's not DOA for Christ's sake. I'm like, whatever. I'm still hyped for the game. I want to know more about what's his name, that Lord Bison. Hopefully that's the next reveal trailer. Although isn't he one of the DLC characters, so we might get that a little late. But still, I'm saying. Oh no, they said they were gonna do like 4 new characters because they did because what is it? 4 new characters because he's the 4th one, right? Because they did Rashid, they did the Laura came out, Nikali or Finn Balor,
Rose.
Well,
was it Rose?
Well, new characters overall, like new to the series completely, and that's what I mean. Because they said they were doing because they were doing 4 of them, and we got 3 so far. So he's got Google it, Lord Bison. But anyway, Nintendo Direct came out yesterday. I was doing that as well, watching that with Kizzy was covering that, and I'm like, holy shit, Nintendo's coming back. I guess.
Right.
I didn't know they left. Again, I don't follow them that much anymore. Their big thing was like, what was it, Super Mario Maker? It was like their big title.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, but it can be trolly at times.
Yep.
Speaking of Mario Maker, I know they did a thing for that. What was it? New search engine, like you can do on like your phone or iTablets or shit. All them newfangled devices. Old man Renoa don't have.
Newfangled. What's a selfie stick?
I say as I pull my beard, like, it's soon gonna be reach Pi May levels, and I'm just gonna be like the whole hand to be like disappears. Oh my god, where is
then all of a sudden and then all of a sudden Renoa turns to like have like a culture beard.
Oh, so he's racist now?
No, he's not racist. It's Mex America. United the 2 countries.
It's Mex America, and you can't teach that.
Well, you can, but
which considering how big a fan
they'll
Taco Bell, I can
force their beliefs on you. But that's a story for another day, in another time.
Yep. So the big
In
thing we
another
have
podcast.
for Nintendo Direct, we have the news that I'm most happy about: Twilight Princess getting HD remake. Woohoo! Because of the
Again.
fact that that game.
For the third console in a row.
Yep.
It was
Because
GameCube,
considering the fact that
because it was GameCube and then the Wii version, which I had and was heard that wasn't as great as the GameCube one because of the weird controls. And now it's on the Wii U with the other second screen.
Yep.
So
considering the fact about that, that's the game that I wanted to preach more about for Zelda getting HD remake, because considering the fact about that game looks already great as it is, but considering the fact about for when you have like the Xbox One, the PS4, and the PC nowadays, it's like that game looks shitty compared to what that we have today. So it's like, thank God for an HD remake.
Get to make it right and check out. Get the HD Wolf Link.
Yep.
Everyone's like, look, it's okay. That was probably what the chat was. I didn't have that open. I just watched on Casey's thing. I'm like, no, I can't deal with this chat. This chat is fucking cancer.
Oh no. Kappa.
And look for high chat button, and there we go. And that's anytime I watch fighting game streams too. They're the same way. Like, oh Jesus Christ.
Right.
Just because you can say shit on the chat doesn't mean you often should. I'm like, oh, I don't.
Also, too, we also got news about
Xanax to calm your asses down. Hi, chat, quickly. Where's that button? I never remember where it is. Oh, fuck it. So where is it on even on Hitbox?
And also, we got details about the new Zelda coming out. It's coming out in 2016 as suspected.
New character for Hyrule Warriors. For the, I guess it's for like both games because I gotta do back and forth.
Fucking female Link.
Rule 63 Linkle. It's like L-E or E-L. I had a problem with that. Or Rinkudu in Japan. I was like, oh, that's a good one.
Rinkudu.
They finally made Zelda a girl.
Yep.
Zelda's a
so what? Then all of a sudden, So what? Then all of a sudden, a female Link is gonna fuck a male Link all of a sudden, and you all of a sudden have a Linkception.
So there's already and it not safe for work pictures of her.
Of course.
There's already people feminist about her.
Mm-hmm.
It's already a big. Which is exactly what Nintendo did not want.
Here I'm thinking,
the only reason Nintendo created that character. The only reason Nintendo created that character was to astray from the feminists.
Oh really? Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. She was like a thing on the like.
If you think about it.
Yeah, she was like a thing on the. It was like an art book or something, and that's when we first caught a glimpse of that. I'm like, oh, they're making that a character.
Art book, what, back from the NES days?
I'm thinking, are they gonna rule 63 everybody else now to just lump them all into one thing? Like, do we get male Samus like a big handlebar mustache, still wearing the Zero suit with like a big dodger? You get the
Still has a good ass though.
Yeah, they still gotta give him dad ass though. It's like it's like male Samus, but he's still got like junk in the trunk. He's like, check me out. It's like,
No male Samus would be Elric in space.
Oh, I can see it. Just the
no, actually,
actually, sexy in a mini skirt now, Lord Colonel Mustang, Lord Mustang.
No, actually, Samus in space would actually be Reinhardt von Longren from Legend of Galactic Heroes. So, there with that. All right. So, anywho, we also got a fucking new details about, like, I think it was Black Friday Wii U bundle that you get with Smash Brothers and I think one other game for like $250.
People are already lining up.
Yeah, new amiibos. Yeah. They're already gone. Yoink. Speaking of
no,
Smash,
I mean for Black Friday. For Black Friday.
Oh, they're setting it aside for that day. Christ.
Yeah. We also got new levels for Splatoon.
Yeah, one of them's like fucking like fluctuating floors and shit where the water is. I'm like, no. Platforming in a FPS. That's gonna create some shit.
And of course,
the museum
underminers to have it. Yeah, of course, underminers should Nintendo Direct. But we gotta talk about the biggest news of them all: fucking Cloud and Smash! Ah!
I could not give any more shits.
Yeah.
We're in 2015 and the internet is coming closer and closer together with reality. It's like, holy shit, they thought they were talking about this since, I think, like, the second Smash game, probably even further back than that, because I think, like, N64 and PS1 were, like, same era. So they were probably talking about it even further back then. Like, in internet infancy, I think they were put Cloud in the game. I'm like, why? And now he's in the game. I'm like, and we have chocobo things for, like, your Mii's. I'm waiting for the dumb Sephiroth here. You know that's next.
Where's my dead Eris amiibo?
She's just an assist, and you just throw her. She's like the fucking she's like Mr. Saturn, basically. She's just like a larger Mr. Saturn. You just throw her. It randomly randomly one shots enemies. It's like 999% damage. Just it's random though, so you never know. So everyone's gonna scramble for it. It could do like one. It's like it would be like Odin. It's like randomly he does like a one-hit death, and randomly it's like Excalibur. It does like 1 damage. It's like not even worth.
But it'd be a one-time thing, because then she died by Sephiroth.
Yeah, it's just a one-time throw item, and just disappears.
Spoilers for anyone who has not played the game.
For like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
I may come back into that for the HD thing, but who knows? I played that earlier.
Yeah. Also,
into it.
Also, do want to add a little bit over there for breaking news for gaming news that we have the nominees for the Game Awards coming out on the fucking December. Here we have the list of nominees. Let me that.
Yep, scroll.
Okay. Yeah, alright. So we have our Game of the Year nominees. You have fucking Bloodborne.
Yep.
Fallout 4, which came out fucking not too long ago.
Yeah, but
Metal Gear Solid 5, and Super Mario Maker, and The Witcher 3. Now, personally, if it were up to me, I would take out Super Mario Maker and put out Oni in the Blind Forest, because to me, it's like Super Mario Maker is just Minecraft, the Mario version, so that's just to me. But it's still an awesome game, nonetheless.
It's that popular, and everyone who has a Wii U is probably playing it, or at least wanting to play it. And it's just making those shit levels. It's sales, you would think. So I think that's why that's there.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, all that thing is just a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like it's up there, and Ori's kind of like a niche title I can see. As far as I can tell.
No offense.
We had the other. Well, there was the other stuff they did too, because they're doing This was the weirdest one that got me. Hey kids, remember Gen 1 Pokemon? It's back in Thritis form. And it's like new trading, but I'm thinking like red, blue, and yellow. And I assume in Japan it's going to be like red, green, and yellow or whatever it was. I was like,
how are they going to
It's Gen 1 strats. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. You're doing the new shit, but like it's an easier way to trade now, but
there's no like what do you call it? Berries. There's no
it's special before it was special attack and defense. It's before the split. And it's all that other weird level shit where Swift would be where what was it? Oh, there was that whole page. I can't. I was trying to find it, but I just got back from work. I forgot all about it. I should have brought it up with all the. But you know now, it's somewhere on the internet. Like Swift is this, and where Beetle was like doing shit, and Constrict Rap is like the be all end all.
Those were the days.
I bet you even the glitch is still out there. You can get your Pika Blues and your missing nose and whatnot.
So anywho, with that concludes gaming news. No. And now over on to the wrestling. Move on to Monday. Oh, you got anything you want to add, Bex?
What else?
For gaming news?
Yeah, Nintendo covered a lot. They were all over the place today. The new Star Fox Zero looks amazing. Holy shit! They got like the new like kind of double copter I forget what they called it, but it's like stealth missions in my Star Fox game. And the R-Wing gets like legs and starts walking around and shit. So you do like inside missions. No Blue Marine though. I guess I was the only one campaigning for like submarine levels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you got no wrestling news, gaming news, I have some gaming news.
You can't give
Something
Slippy credit
that
for
is-
anything.
No.
He built that. He built that submarine from like nothing. He was like, "I built this submarine, and I was." It's like,
Shut up, Slippy.
back in the box, Slippy. Peppy's like, "I'm too old for this. Do a barrel roll."
So that's
What was I
what I want
talking
to add
about?
for gaming news.
Yeah, you had something.
yeah. Okay. This is actually really near and dear to my heart. There's this game called Payday 2, and recently, for the past about I'd say less than a month now, they've recently added microtransactions after 2 years.
Well,
And there was this big DLC. Hey, buy this $20 DLC. This is before the microtransactions, and you'll get a secret item. And it turns out they released that secret item today. It's actually a microtransaction that's for free.
huh?
So they really trolled everyone, and it's just a skin
That sounds dumb.
for your gun.
That's it.
Those are what the microtransactions are: skins for guns.
Skins for guns.
That's it.
Ugh.
So you pay $20 for a skin.
Yep.
Or
To make your
Anything
gun
new
look
with that?
I was looking at the. Well, speaking of close to heart, this might mostly just for me, just because I'm doing the LP. But as soon as my video went, my last video yesterday went up for because I'm going through Odin Sphere currently with the third character Mercedes, and then the trailer comes up, all the new shit she gets to do. Holy shit, shmups in my Odin Sphere, and she's got like a better fly. Like the first thing I see, I'm thinking like she's Squawks from Donkey Kong Country 2. She's flying through brambles and shit. Like what are we looking at? She's doing like she's doing slides and shooting shit from like underneath, like she's fucking gun tote, like doing gun katas and shit with a fucking cipher crossbow. Like, what is this game? I need this now. Like she's not a powerhouse already. She's like, oh my god, she's got options like Gradius too. I saw that as well. Like just this trailer alone makes my dick hard. I need this game. And I'm playing through it, and they're gonna put the old one in there, and I'm like not getting that many views. So it's either like, Casey already did it, or this game's coming out. I want to play it myself and not really get spoiled. I'm like, okay, more power to you on if that's true, because, god damn, because they are putting the old game as well with the new game. That it's like a 2-in-1 kind of thing. So I'm like, oh, that is how you fucking do it. Like my dick, as soon as I saw the options, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
All right.
And she's having like a boss fight with like a blimp or something like that or some shit. And it's like she's greater control over her fly. Like, oh my god, this trailer. Oh, and I know next week they're gonna do the other two characters. I need to know what they're capable of. Like, oh my god, that's why I did the. But anyway,
Anticipation for Renola.
Right.
Right? The game makes my dick hard. The remix making it even harder.
Yeah, so that concludes gaming news. So now we can get on to so let's move on to the wrestling. Let's start things off with Raw, in which there's our playoff with Anarchy in the UK anyways. So let's get started.
As soon as I was talking about this on Twitter, because it opens with "Behold the King of Kings." Triple H standing alone in the ring with the WWE title. Is it 2006 again?
Heyo.
Triple H putting over
all the belts.
Our fallen Rollins, says, he made his way through every obstacle, and then tragedy struck. He blew out his knee in double and iron, and it looked like he was and I couldn't tell because was he picking up like Mark Henry, and that's why his knee blew? Like the guy he picked up was like big,
Kane,
heavy, or was it Ryback? Because
it was Kane.
Was Kane.
Was it? Because it looked like blue. It was like super heavy.
Yeah.
You ever picked up like a super heavy? And you see like his leg give out from under him. Like, ooh, that's bad. That's like the Sid injury.
Yeah.
That's like the Sid injury, basically. You remember? Oh,
he was trying to sunset. He was trying to sunflip a powerbomb Kane through the table, and unfortunately his knee buckled, and it's a fucking torn ACL and NCL, and I think it was a big tear in his BCL too. So
his whole knee's like just jacked.
Even
up,
his TLC.
So he's gonna need like 6. He said it was like 6 to 9 months off. That's like almost that's like the
Yeah.
whole year. That's everything. That's like WrestleMania and everything. So he's
But I mentioned this last week, or at least I told this to you last week. Why was he fighting Kane in the first place? Because kayfabe wise, wasn't Kane's soul stolen at the time
Well, this happened like
by Bray Wyatt?
Well, they had this news like I think before the whole, or no, they didn't, because they did that.
No,
like,
it was
that
after.
show.
It was after.
Yes,
it
it
was.
was. Yes, it was. You're right. Because he was like celebrating for the thing, and then like corporate King was gone, and then that was like because the last thing he did was like that 515, where the New Day was reached legendary meme status if they weren't there already, just like drumming out to the theme.
Yeah. Where they're rocking out to his theme song.
They did it for I seen it for Kevin Owens too, but especially like the close up on him, and I'm like, oh my god, this is golden. At this time, he brought out the #1 contender, Roman Reigns, and I'm like, huh. Now, as #1 contender, I said this on Twitter, like, shouldn't Roman be the champion by default? And Triple H, this segment was brilliant, because Triple H actually went there and did it. He's like, hey, you can bowl right through everybody. You can get this title right now. Like, wouldn't it be easier to accept the title rather than go through this tournament? Like, you've done all this shit going for you, but you've got nothing to show for it. You've stumbled through wall after wall after wall. Like, I can make those walls disappear. I chose Rollins to be the man, but I was strongly considering you. When Evolution was worn with you guys, I'm always scouting. You have it all except for that willingness to do whatever it took to be the champ, and that's why I picked Rollins, because he had that.
Yeah.
Could you have beaten Brock Lesnar at Mania?
And what Triple H is telling Roman,
he's making a deal with him. You'll never.
Yeah, but what Triple H?
Anyway, because Rollins.
But what Triple H is telling Roman is that.
Oop.
But what Triple H was telling Roman was a damn lie, because, of course, the tournament is like, oh gee, I don't know who could fucking win this. I.e., the most obvious fucking winner ever, Roman Reigns. And also, too, getting back towards the fucking comment that you made talking about Triple H having all the belts.
That's why
I made me wondering why.
That's what made me love this segment. I'm
like, I wonder why that.
Like, they're actually gonna.
Yeah, I wonder why that maybe.
That's why at first I thought the segment was the best, and then it went south on me.
Yeah, I wonder why that maybe that Triple H has a vagina underneath his pants, so that way that he can hold the Divas Championship. So, anywho.
Yeah, Roman's
it's literally Snake holding the apple to Eve.
Yep. Like, here's what you want. Here it is. Just take it, man. You don't have to do the tournament and shit. Like, don't think about, criticism, and this floored me too. Like, you'll always be criticized, whatever, no matter what. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of are being criticized, because people still like. It's like they're gonna hate you no matter what. Might as well take the fucking deal. I might as well just be like, yeah, I got the title. Fuck it. I'm like, yeah, take the deal. But no, and Roman's got to be like, oh, I gotta do I gotta be the big man and be like like, all I gotta do is sell out. And he's like, and Triple H is like, sell out is what people use for people like, oh, he got all this, and why can't I achieve it? And it's like, the willingness to do whatever it took, and that's, criticism comes with the gig. You want to be liked, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. But if you want this, then see the reality of this situation. You don't want to die in your tombstone saying like, well, at least they liked me. All you gotta do is be my man. Provide not just for your wife and your daughter, but for your daughter's daughter. Like, all you gotta do is just take my hand, Roman. Be my #1 guy. And Roman's is like, not gonna do that. And Triple H is like, yeah, that's what I figured. That's why we chose, thank you for reminding me why we picked Rollins rather. Welcome to the back of the line, and is in a match with the Big Show. And I'm like, fuck. You see what you did, Roman? And I thought that would have been brilliant too, because like if he took the deal, Big Show as the corporate butt, as they're buddying up with the Authority, like he would get a bye. Like, okay, he's automatically into the quarterfinals. Good. So I'm like, you already have your linchpin as well. And I'm like, he's like, welcome to the back of the line. I'm like, Big Show? Yeah, that's way. He was saying way back in the line. So of course Roman wins. I wouldn't.
Yeah, and of course the crowd. Yeah, but and the crowd fucking buried this match. Of course,
they
that Raw
don't give a
tried to
shit,
downplay it
they've seen
because
this match before and they knew who was gonna win.
of
Also,
course that.
Go ahead.
Okay, of course this Raw was, of course, in the UK, so of course they had to fucking tape delay. So of course you can't hear, of course, the crowd obviously bearing this match to death because nobody gives a shit about Roman. Nobody gives a shit about the Big Show.
There was some.
So it's like, I wonder if there were fans of calling. I was like, fuck this match or something like that. Yeah.
They did some TV edits to the crowd, heavily. Like whenever, like when Roman said no, the crowd was actually booing, but you could hear cheers.
Yeah. Anywho, it's Roman defeating Big Show. Now we move on toward the next round matchup: Kevin Owens versus Titus O'Neil.
Oh, Kevin Owens was brilliant here. He's like, you cut my music, and I'm like, hey, you like that music? Hey, buy it on iTunes. Put some change in my pockets. Speaking of change, I'm gonna be CM Punk now, and be like, I'm gonna bring change to WWE, and I'm like, but I'm not doing it for any of you. Fuck that. It's once again, it's for me and me only. So when I become
and his family,
yeah, and his family too. Well, he didn't say that, but we knew.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's the he's does whatever it takes for his family. He's like Eddie, whatever. So I'm like, you could offer him the deal. I would be cool with Kevin Owens, Intercontinental World Heavyweight Champion. But now Roman.
Yeah, already did Seth Rollins.
He did. That's what I thought. There's dual titles again. I'm like, and then it will truly be the Kevin Owens show. Yeah, it's the Kevin Owens show with our guest, the man that got destroyed by the Wyatt family on SmackDown, Titus O'Neil. Owens wins with Owens wins this with, I almost think like a Randy Orton inspired pop-up powerbomb because Cole was like out of nowhere, and I'm like, I think deep inside is like, I miss Orton. I
don't like being bored.
And that's that win.
Owens to meet the winner of Neville Barrett.
Yep. And that's that we have our pseudo hometown girl, Paige.
Yep.
You compare Becky Lynch over there to Rat, and said she'll take the B out tonight and take out the C at Survivor Series, of course, to see you playing as Charlotte. And, of course, the switch is Paige versus Becky Lynch. Or instead, the crowd fought for Paige for when she did her entrance, but, of course, being the main roster and the Divas don't matter a damn on the main roster, the crowd went fucking flat as shit.
Well, that's not very nice, even though Paige is really, she's very egotistic in real life.
Yeah,
behind the scenes, she's very egotistic.
Like she's coming off at a little bit of that.
Did you hear that she challenged Medusa?
This was a good match because we get to see. Because I'm like, okay, we're seeing Becky Lynch going for all sorts of good stuff, and the ending of this match, like you would not see this in a typical Divas match. Like this shit got shit's getting real. I'm like, wow, this is good stuff. That's because these aren't
typical Divas.
They're like it's wrestling psychology. I'm like, good. This is good. Like, and Paige is finally out of this, like, oh, my friends, blah blah blah. No, she's back in there kicking ass and taking names as the anti-diva. I'm like, okay, this is where she should be, and she's in there with Becky Lynch, who's accomplished in her own right. And so these guys were in for a treat. I thought
Becky Lynch turning more orange every week.
Slowly turning into she's gonna be the new Fanta girl. She's gonna be Fanta Orange. Bring the Fantana girls back, but to make them actually wrestle. I'm like, holy shit.
Wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna?
Because all that purple, I'm thinking she could be grape. Paige.
Ashley Becky Lynch is. Ashley Becky Lynch is gonna turn into the Great Pumpkin.
Sasha.
It's the great Becky Lynch, Charlie Brown, Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks with like either her or Eva Marie, but no, we'll make it Sasha Banks because we don't give Eva Marie shit. Well, we'll give her shit, but not. We'll give her shit, but not in that.
We'll get to talk about Eva Marie for when we get to NXT. So,
was she on this week? I think so. Or was that last week?
Yeah,
that she botched a fucking kick out last week.
Okay, so anywho, with that, next up we have The Miz taking on John Sandler in a first round matchup.
We had Paige almost wins off with the Rampage, but it's at the corner, so Becky grabs the ropes. Paige goes for the PTO, and like Becky keeps fighting out of shit and grabs the tights and gets grabbing the tights, reverses. Becky wins. I'm like, wow. I'm like, wait,
Turnabout's fair play.
Hometown hero loses in her hometown. I'm like, now it's WWE. And so Paige is like immediately on Becky, like, the PTO on the table. I'm like, holy, that's what I mean when I say like shit gets real, like from wrestling psychology. It's like, oh, and then they boo the shit out of Charlotte. Like they didn't edit that part out. Like Charlotte gets like booed unmercifully as she's running out. So she's trying to save her friend. I'm like, God damn it.
Even though
there are also a bunch of woos there too.
Wait, what?
And there were also a bunch of woos there too. So it's like when Charlotte attacked, it's like one crowd like go like boo, and the other went woo.
So it's mixing. Are you saying boo or woo?
You're saying boo earns.
I was saying woo. Whoa!
Yeah, woo!
Continuing from their Halloween themed street fight on SmackDown, Miz and Ziggler. And I thought Tyler Breeze is gonna jump in on this, but no, he gets a match later.
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of Miz's best matches in recent memory.
Yeah. Well, he's not doing stupid shit now with that street fight, and even that was like, oh, he got serious and shit got real for a second there, and then Ziggler just wins the match. I was like, oh man, that was the perfect thing to finally bring Miz back to like at least something. But I don't think the crowd's like gonna take him seriously ever again.
He's a movie guy.
He's got a movie with Paige.
It's gonna bomb.
It's already on DVD. It can't bomb too bad. It's already on DVD.
Hey,
they didn't say it was
sales can bomb.
That's true.
Sales can bomb.
True. They're not gonna buy that. Miz tries to rally up and then just gets super kicked out of nowhere, and Ziggler wins. Meanwhile, Zeb Coulter shits on England like, you're too prejudiced and hateful to be asked to be part of Mex America. Haters.
I hate that. I hate that they're using haters.
Haters. I'm like, that's such an unzeb word to use. I'm like, come on, you don't know what that is. Come on, you're not millennials. Come on. Del Rio's a father. He wouldn't use it either. With his accent, like, haters.
Always got.
Come on, you can do better than this.
I
like the idea, but this is
always like Del Rio
this is starting to get a little bit unbearable.
Yeah,
and of course the crowd gives no fucks whatsoever.
It's like
they're Americans, but like we're in England now, so it kind of makes sense. But you get to when most of their shows are like American. I'm like USA. I'm like, do we cheer for these guys? Is that where it is? They're getting confused now. It's like not like we.
I'm voting for Trump, so what do I do?
He's out of the Jack Swagger thing, which I didn't see that happening thing. So it's like blessings in disguise, him fighting for the title. But he just like Spoonie on this was like he just came out all like with the scarf and like he's all bronzed up just to shit on England. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. You'd let Germany tell you what to do. Scotland don't want anything to do with you. You let a man named Vladimir Putin tell you what to do.
Are we bringing back Putin, really? In another gimmick.
That's what I was thinking, too. It's like, well, Rusev's not on. It's like, this might have been the perfect opportunity if Rusev was on here. Like, wait, he's faced now? Stranger shit has happened. Like, once again, Jack Swagger. Because they like to chant
Wasn't he kind of face?
Because they got over with, like, we the people. Because that started to get over, and then Cesaro was like white hot as a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, I was about to make a joke over there. You were talking about the whole shake it off thing. I was just thinking of like Del Rio and Zach Coulter. They got to get their inner Taylor Swift cuts because the hate is going to hate. Somebody's supposed to shake it off. Shake it off.
Oh my God, I hate you.
She comes out at WrestleMania. They'll do that. I'm like, oh no, what are you doing? That would almost be so dumb. It would be hilarious and awesome. I was like, my kids love Taylor Swift. Haters. just point out to the crowd. Just point at somebody. It's like, hater, you're a hater. You're a double hater because you paid for 2 suits. Thank you very much. Best thing Batista's done in it. I'm sorry. I know you paid for 2 suits. Thank you very much. Haters. But anyway,
next up, So we had Natty versus Naomi.
Yeah, Natty now with the mind games as the we want Sasha. I'm like, oh, don't like everybody's gonna jump on that, really? I guess you're saving that for the for Survivor Series, which I'm like, yes, awesome. Don't give Sasha away for free, goddamn. Like Naomi, fine. Tamina, she's just muscle. She loses every match she's in now. So I'm like, yeah, they're gonna do Sasha for the pay-per-view. I'm like, perfect. And even with a bad leg after Sasha catches her from behind on the outside, managed to outdo the numbers game and wins. Sasha with a backbreaker. Natty, surprisingly, like, they go for the backbreaker on, like, Sasha about to do that backcracker, like the Carlito move. She holds onto the ropes, and so Sasha just eats the floor. And then sharpshooter, Sasha taps, and then Tamina runs in. They throw in, and so Sasha slaps on her finisher, and Natty taps. I'm like, okay, they both tapped into their finishers. My fingers are crossed for a submission-only match at Survivor Series for the Divas. I'm like, and this is how, like, they both have submissions. This is how, like, okay, Divas Revolution, this is how you fucking do it. They both tapped out, so there must be a winner. Or they do this, and then the next pay-per-view in December, they do the submission match to push their feud even further. I'm like, okay, awesome. Like, this could be good.
Also, have you noticed we're getting two Divas matches now? We're getting 2 Divas matches now.
Yeah, we're getting Paige and the Charlotte thing, and they're keeping and no Bell is in sight. Perfect.
Right.
We save our
because Miss Bella is on a honeymoon.
Oh,
or
really?
getting married anyway.
Oh, they are finalizing.
At least I think that's what is that what's happening?
Is it? It's the first I'm hearing of it.
No, Nikki Bella is just probably out on a hiatus because of her herniated disc injury. So.
Okay, that's what it was. I thought that was just an excuse because I know the Bellas would sink that low to use an injury as an excuse to take a leave.
Yeah, and they won't because the other one, Alicia Fox, she got all mohawked up now, and I'm like, they put her. Like she changed her hairstyle as soon as I think it was like the Monday after that Charlotte defended her title against Nikki.
She looks badass now.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Can she tag with Sheamus?
They're gonna give her the "you look stupid" chance. The Hawks.
The Mohicans.
The Hawks. If they get away from the Euro Heelins for Wade Barrett, which is an amazing team, I think. Speaking of, that's who's up next. I didn't get this guy, because I'm not a...
He's some football player.
Wayne Rooney from Manchester United. I wanted to at least make sure to get the name and the team right. Like, Barrett during the commercial is calling him out. And it's like, in front of his kids, something like that. It's like, oh, sit back down. I can bend. What do you have?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news for Manchester United. Sheamus versus Cesaro. Awesome.
Battle of the Euro Bros.
The Euro.
Honestly, I was kind of expecting Sheamus to win.
Yeah, but he's got the money in the bank, so.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing much?
Maybe. They gotta do it first. They gotta do it at some point. Why not? This would be the perfect way to do it.
Speaking of this match, I really hate that the only way to generate heat is by bashing on sports teams.
It's a tale as old as time.
No, but it's getting more recent now. Like, more frequent now.
Yeah.
Like, every week, the New Day does it.
The New Day does it, and I feel like that's their thing, because that's like the Edge and Christian thing. Oh, I just remember a great one, because Edge is like feigning like injury or something like that. He's like, I can't wrestle tonight. I'm in bad shape. I'm in Golden State Warriors bad shape. The crowd didn't let him have it. Like, oh my god, that's like, I'm worse than this fucking shitty football team. Like, fuck you. I don't know what's worse, your mic skills or this local sports team.
No. Actually, if you want to talk shitty sports teams, it's like, I don't know if we're rather in bad shape or in the Detroit Lions shape now.
Oh yeah, Edge. Yeah, that was Edge too, because that was his first cutting edge. He's like, your basketball team, your hockey team, and your football team, the Lions, and that was their like big losing streak, like 0-18 and shit. And it's like, he talked to one guy, he's like, Oh, that was a beautiful thing. He's like, oh, I forget the football guy's name, but he's like, the Cutting Edge is an equal opportunity show. So Mark Henry, you come up and oh shit. We're getting out, and then he cheeses him off and is like, we're out of here, just like Ford. We're getting out of this Detroit city. Screw all of you. Screw you guys. I'm gonna go in here.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Oh, I thought that was my.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I thought that was my batter. I need to keep an eye on that. Ooh, I can be bad. Whew.
I
will plug that in just to be on the safe side.
Plug it in. Plug it in.
I'm gonna get an actual computer someday, so that stops happening.
Clap on.
Anyway.
Clap off.
No, I just had to move my.
Did anyone even own a clapper?
With that, yeah.
No, I do remember the commercials.
Yeah.
The clapper.
Anyway.
Came in the mail with your Chia Pets. Chia is still a thing, I think. They did Halloween like the grave with the zombie hand coming out of there. I thought, oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
Wait,
like a great dance out of it.
Since we're having. Oh wait, since we have a thing over here for New Day, we should have fucking add an image over there with the New Day, like doing the fucking clapper ad. To like feel the power of light.
Could you imagine if they did that like 10, 20 years ago? What would it have been back then? Farouk and The Rock doing that dumb shit. Oh,
it's like.
Could you imagine Farouk fucking
what
like else? Kama Mustafa, who looks like a big beefy dude at the time, like The Nation doing shit like that. It was like, we don't sell out to the white man. Fuck that shit. Crack ass crackles.
Save.
It's like
your power.
It's like the New Day.
Save on your electricity bill. Save on your electricity bill. That's too many syllables there. Fuck it. Save the planet.
Your money.
So anywho, we have.
Oh my god. So yeah, where the fuck were we?
It's like, save the light. Save the light.
Save. Get the green.
Also, Sheamus for a cradle for the win. So
yeah, Cesaro wins this. Barrett, for some reason Barrett decides to have it in with the announcer, and he just gets like paintbrushed by Wayne Rooney. And it's enough of a distraction to be like Barrett. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And so Cesaro with like the pin. And so it's Roman Cesaro in the quarterfinals. Holy shit! Like,
Roman is gonna piss so many people off.
Oh, yeah, this was.
Yep.
It sounds good on paper, like yay this match, but holy shit! Like, did you paint poor Roman in a corner? Like he's trying to get back into it, but against Cesaro, that's gonna be heat. Go home heat. Like fuck off Roman.
So.
Unless they pull a swerve and have him lose, but that's not gonna happen.
No. Oh, they did a swerve all right, but we'll get to that. That was like. Prince Pretty in his debut. I called it Prince Pretty versus the Master of Titties.
The Sultan of Selfies.
The Sultan of Selfies versus the King of the. Oh, I don't have a thing. I don't have a thing for that. He's
the Sultan of Selfies versus the Titty Master.
The Master.
AKA, I call Tyler Breeze a new Rico because it's a joke.
You look so. Oh, that music was amazing.
Good to me. It's like, and then all of a sudden you like bring back Charlie Haas, and I was like Charlie Haas. Does anybody remember that fucking Rico and Charlie Haas tag team back in the day, where like they had Rico doing a gay gimmick?
It was him. Well, he started with that, and then it was like Billy Gunn, and it was Billy and Chuck.
Billy and Chuck,
and then he became part of 3 Minute Warning, where he got super serious, and then back to that again with Jackie. That was an interesting.
And Jackie and Charlie Haas.
He was the mouthpiece for like two big ass Samoans that would fuck you up all the time. The 3 Minute Warning. I thought, oh, that's so simple. I thought that was cool.
Also, rest in peace to Umaga, part 3 Minute Warning. So, anywho, we have Tyler Breeze versus Dean Ambrose.
Tyler Breeze, in his debut, says to Renee, the world's an ugly place, but thanks to good-looking people like myself, there's still hope. And that hope begins tonight after sending Dean Ambrose back to that trash heap. Summer Rae's like, he looks homeless. I'm like, he likes his jacket. What are you talking about? He wears the same jacket. He does wrestle in his jeans. Yeah, that's why I'm like,
Mean Gene Dean.
Mean Gene Dean. Well, he's not got like holes in his thing. He's not like Brooklyn Brawler looking homeless. Remember that shit? It's like he's still wearing that same ratty New York New York Giants, whatever. That had holes in that shit for a while, and it looked like
New York Yankees.
The Yankees, yeah. Oh, sorry, no. He says after SummerSlam, you're looking at the new face of the WWE, and he's like, And his big debut in the you done fucked up again. That selfie thing is not working for him, so he's coming out there, and I think they gave up after at the end because then you just have him out there with the thing, and on the Titantron it says Tyler Breeze. Hello. Happy belated birthday, Johnny, from me. I'm surprised he tweeted back at me. He was like, "Oh, hello, thank you." That's still one of the funniest shit to me is hello.
Yeah, we have Dean.
Oh, Breeze looked amazing.
Dean Ambrose being Tyler Breeze.
Oh, this was a great match because veteran Breeze, holy shit! Like I thought he was good. Like I really thought they were going
to. That we have an interview.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get Breeze Ziggler in the tournament because no, it's Ambrose Ziggler. So I'm expecting.
I'd actually rather have Ambrose Ziggler.
Sure.
They're saving Breeze Ziggler for the.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Probably. Okay, Tyler's gonna fuck Ziggler up and take him out, and Ambrose is gonna advance in that bullshit way because they got to do that at least once in this series, where they cost somebody else the win. It's
right.
Like, kind of like Samoa Joe. You know, kind of like he did that first. You can expect that in that.
Are we suddenly on NXT?
Not yet, but we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Tyler looked amazing, and people were like
Anywho,
upset he lost. But I'm like, hey, John Cena lost his first debut match, and look at him now. He's a mean bean machine. Holy shit. He's reached critical mass. We can't stop him. We can't see him. We can't stop him either. It's like he blew up like that big Akira monster at the end. He's like, he's pushing against us. We can't stop him. Blah, blah. He's gonna swallow us whole. That day, humanity.
So we have
Sorry. Oh my god.
So we had the New Day. We had the New Day come out, and Kofi mentioned that all the members of the New Day were let out of the tournament.
Yeah.
And it basically. The New Day were just basically trash talking, and they were there saying that the European matches sucked, and Kobe saying that Harry Potter sucked as well.
Oh.
I don't know about that, Kobe.
He's starting a war. Big
He's just mad because he wanted Hermione and Harry.
Oh, Big E was like, his voice kept. I think it was one time where his voice, like at the end, he was like, "Feel the power," like his voice cracked at the end or something
cracked.
like that. I think that might have been accident because he did it like twice this time. His voice like, "Oh, Manchester, England, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world famous 2-time champs and feel the power." That would make sense. I think Big E was trying to crack up, like he's sitting back there with Kofi and Xavier. He's trying to break him up in the back and do some stupid shit. Because I can almost see him doing that. He's like fuck you, Big E.
Like his ribs are hurting probably. He's like, feel the power.
The power. He can feel the power, but can't handle it. Like he's overflowing him. Like
bursting with sexual energy.
He's crackling from his teats. It's like, oh, he's sweating. He's a heavy sweater. He's like, oh, the power. I can feel it.
Oh, I got the vapors.
Oh, I got the vapors. Check out my gams.
I got the venomous vapors.
I'm sorry, I had to put gams over at one point. Because I can't shut up about gams in my LP and keys. Like, do it.
Give me gumdrops?
Give me them gams. Tricep meat, yeah.
I'm surprised that Big E didn't do his entrance over there in a British accent.
Oh,
I mean, it's just it's like, oh, feel the power.
I said, like, they all come out with monocles and fucking... That would have been golden.
It's like, could you imagine Big E?
Like in his fucking accent, like Hannibal mustache, like, yes.
It's like they kind of say, we're out there with bionicles, and
yeah. Manchester is, I dare say,
like, could you imagine, like, the New Day coming out?
Booty. Like, yeah, they put over themselves. It's like, you know, we didn't get the, whatchamacallits. We're treated like outcasts, even though we fucking laid out Ziggler and your childhood faves, the Dudley Boys, and the Golden Goose himself, Cena. And this match is for our fallen captain, Seth Rollins. I'm like, awesome. They're putting over.
Put your horns up.
Put your horns up. You put them up for Seth Rollins.
Yeah, so anyway, we had the New Day taking on Usos and Neville.
Usos?
Usos looking pretty good still with the weird thing at the bottom teeth.
Yeah.
Neville rotates.
I thought they were gonna.
I don't know.
It's interesting because they said that they were gonna rebrand him. They said they were gonna rebrand the Usos, but apparently not.
They might do that later on. I don't know. They might do like a.
I know they're rebranding Los Matadors though.
Really? They're not.
That's why they're off TV.
Oh, they don't have the bowl anymore, I guess.
No, they're rebranding their gimmick entirely.
So what are they now? Are they like?
It'll be debuted.
Oh, they've yet to. Oh God, what could they do? They're not Matadors anymore. Are they gonna bring back the Mexico thing with the John Diggers?
Well, they could just go back to Primo and Epico, but that'd be boring.
That would, yeah. As good as they are, that was like.
And the question is, are they going to be faces or heels?
Oh. What if they join Mex America? Even though they're like Puerto Ricans, they'll be like the edgeheads because they,
It's technically America.
Yeah, stable that shit up. Yeah, Puerto Rico is America. You're right. Yeah, they could do that. It's like we're byprocessor for Americans. Yeah, we got Mexico. Yeah, hail Mex America. If the TNA version of it can have a fucking Canadian, why not? You're not stretching that goddamn much. Like we were to ask Canada,
but we digress.
So much for Kevin Owens being in that stable. I'm like, ooh, that could have been good. Del Rio and Owens like back and forth.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that's what I was. Like they start bringing in more people like from America, trying to. We are world elite.
So anywho, that you had the hometown boy Neville unfortunately lost because
once again
hometown people don't get over in the WWE.
Nope. Wow, you were like 2 for 2 tonight, WWE. I'm like, all right, yeah. Trombone used as a weapon as Woods gets that dirty pin. I'm like, yeah, he gets a victory after he pretty much Mark Henry'd out the fuck. But he might have been injured last week. I might have not mentioned that. Like, he just came back from that like big injury where he was out for like a couple weeks. So maybe that's why they had him like, oh, Rive get pinned to leave because he's still kind of like okay, But no, he gets the pin here on Neville. I'm like, okay. And finally,
and so anywho, we have the Wyatts come out.
Isn't that to later?
Well, this is he celebrates we celebrate change. We celebrate the spirits of Kane and Undertaker. They've been the benchmark of power. The earth shook at their fear. They reign supreme. And I'd like everyone to bow your heads and pay respect to the icons that are Kane and Undertaker.
Horns up.
Horns up. Oh my God, could you imagine? It's a new Bray. Yes, it is. And then he's just like, you fools.
Oh my God.
He turns into fucking Excalibur from Soul Eater. He's like, fool. Excalibur. It's like no respect for them.
Excalibur.
We're in the United Kingdom.
Looking for Sister Abigail. I'm going to WrestleMania. Excalibur. Oh, if I'd imagine that Photoshop. Because I got some good ones here. But yeah, they're like going over them like the apocalypse is here, and the vignette that ended in like a swirl and and faded to black, and they do the reverse of that. I'm like, oh, okay, they kept that. That's pretty cool. And then lightning and flames, and holy shit, they're back.
Oh, he's like, I have the thunder. I have the lightning. And
I have the power.
But they did like the most generic sound for the lightning, like something you could just get off like a free sound bites.
That fucking public domain lightning sound for like they were doing that all night too. Like by the way, we didn't mention. I forgot to mention that. Like before they go into commercial, like every break they do that when the lightning and everything, and it's like because they're putting over Undertaker and Kane, like they do their thing, like where they won titles, their debuts. Undertaker, Kane, then they do Undertaker, and then they do Kane, like their debut, when they won titles, their big WrestleMania moments, big tag team title moments, I think, when they were together.
I also found
rough shot through everybody.
I found it out of place that Kane won his tag title. They jumped from like a 1990 all the way back to the 2000 something. Just be for Kane to win his title and Undertaker win for his first title.
Yeah. King gets the ECW title from Chavo Guerrero, like nothing. He cashes in right at WrestleMania.
Is that canon?
They showed it.
Like all right.
That was part of the vignette. Him getting the ECW title from Chavo and like nothing. They'll do that, but they won't do Biker Taker.
Oh, really? They don't want to mention that because I
still think that's his best moments. I'm sorry, I may be speaking in minority on that. Rolling. As cringy as some of you might think Kid Rock and Fred Durst are, I still think I was like him just being like a mortal, like kind of a mortal guy then, but still have like the years behind him and still being like that big respect guy, and some of that heel shit was like some of his best stuff.
I think his theme song should have been something from like Judas Priest, since they're all about bikers.
Yeah.
And heavy metal.
Oh yeah, it's mentioned about the American Badass. I remember he gives the world's worst tombstone and chokeslam to Hulk Hogan. Because at Judgment Day 2002, he gave Hulk Hogan the world's worst chokeslam ever. And at Survivor Series, which will get you later, that fucking
was it like Hogan wouldn't sell for it, and he just
no,
because he could barely get him up.
No, it was the Taker. It was Taker give Hulk Hogan the world's worst tombstone ever, because it looked like from a side you see it looked like legit, but Taker had Hulk Hogan a foot above the ground, so it's like it barely hit it. It didn't even hit the chair at all.
Ooh. I still say
Hogan. The worst.
I think Hogan's sandbagging because he wasn't because like I'm fucking 55 years old. I'm not taking a fucking 6-foot bump like that. So he's just like, ugh.
I still think the worst tombstone belongs to Kane with the Preacher.
I forget what that one. I should have looked at that more carefully, because they did do that where because it was Taker breaking up. Because it's funny because Taker did like the black mass wedding, I think it was, with Stephanie, and then the other thing was like the other wedding where Kane breaks up. No, it was the weddings with Edge and Vicky, and then Edge and because it was like Edge both times, where Edge and Lita with Kane, and that was good. It's like we hold our Lord. Jesus Christ. The Preacher freaks out, and then Kane's like, "Hi, I'm under the ring." Ah.
I remember that fucking black wedding for where Undertaker and Paul Bearer had Stephanie McMahon tied to the Undertaker symbol.
Yeah.
And then Paul Bearer said, "You may now kiss your bride."
We're gonna get so many toasters. Oh.
Toasty.
I hope we get
and I'm afraid about cucumbers. Oh.
I hope we get black shower curtains. Oh, they'll look great on your wall. Oh yes. I need total darkness to shower. I don't like the sun.
Remember?
I don't tan. I bet because he's ginger as I am. Probably he's like he don't tan either.
Oh yeah.
I saw like his like high school photos and again he looks like my dad. Like, he looks like my dad. I'm like, I forgot to tell PM that, because PM was talking about it, like, Undertaker looks like my dad. I'm like, no, he kind of looks like mine earlier. Because without, like, the, like, high school where it's, like, kind of, like, the slick back hair and, like, no mustache or whatever. I'm like, he looks exactly like my dad at that time. Like, holy shit. But, yeah, anyway, Undertaker and Kane just clear everybody out. Like, Strowman clotheslines them both, and they both do that sit-up thing, and they send Strowman out and over the table onto the barricade and double chokeslam to Bray as they leave. And that's Raw. And what's that? What's
now
next?
move on to NXT.
Yeah, the Perfect 10. Ty Dillinger against the man.
The jobber of NXT.
Yeah, Maryland pointed that out to me because I had no idea who. I've been just watching a little bit over I think a month now. I've been at this NXT thing and started covering it.
You can watch the old NXT
against the man who spoiled the main event last week. Baron Corbin, Mr. Dun Dun. I don't know what that is. That's
he's a NFL player to become WWE.
Oh yeah, I see. They're trying to get him over as like this big heel, but he looks kind of. But he's got like he's such a pretty little baby face. He's like Baron Corbin.
This neck beard and everything.
Oh look at him! Look at little Baron Corbin. Oh, look at him with such a power.
Yeah,
Look at him with his little
But
pouty
anywho, we
face.
don't have a match as Apollo Crews comes in and Vince,
Immediately.
and as Apollo Crews comes in,
I'm like, oh, so much
just
for
beats
that.
the shit out of Corbin.
Immediately runs after this guy. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought I was gonna see a Ty Dillinger match and see why you thought he was a jobber, and I thought, because I'm like, but then again, I'm like,
He would have lost anyway.
yeah,
He
that's
would've
what I was
lost
thinking
anyway.
too. I'm like, hey, it's against Baron Corbin, a guy who's in a major feud. He would have lost the match, or he would have ran out a little later on during the match. So I'm like, okay, it's an hour, so you gotta like speed that shit up. So I'm like, oh, okay. So the match we open with is the 6-person tag of Bailey and the Hype
Bailey
Brothers.
and
Is that what they're
versus
called?
Blake Murphy
Yeah.
and Alexa Bliss. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking less like edgeheads this week, thankfully. I think one of them dyed their hair brown. I'm like, okay.
Now we can tell them apart.
Kind of. Yeah, because I almost said Gunner and Murphy. I'm like, wait, that's an entirely different thing altogether. As I was writing it
Yeah,
down, I'm like,
they're
wait,
both
Gunner and Murphy?
they're both jobbers.
I know.
They're both jobbers anyway.
Except Murphy kind of, sort of got over for some inexplicable reason.
Hey, he's like an American.
He's an American.
I drink beer and ride a. Didn't he ride something at one point?
Long
Or
necks and
was
red necks. Oh wait, no, that's.
Anyway,
He was in a tag with James Storm. I thought the new beer money. Nope.
No.
By the way, Bailey the most over in this match. I know this because the crowd chanted, "Hey, we want some Bailey!" like at 4 different times during this match. Like over and over again, but like at least like 4 different times, like back and forth in between. Like I think they were going like it's like they were trying to catch their breath, and then they come and it's like, all right, let's start it up again. Although
You know what? Actually, they should. You know what the signature chant for Bailey should be for like a New Day style chant? It's like, we love some hugs. We love some hugs.
actually, a chant for Bailey is Bailey's gonna hug you.
that's what I thought they were gonna do, but no, they did the New Day thing. Like, hey, we want some Bailey. End of this match is Alexa, after she gets knocked out, walks out with Bailey's title, and then in retaliation, I think the guys are gonna try and like, well, no, they're doing like cheating shit in like blatant view of Bailey, and she's like, fuck this, and she Bailey to Billy's Murphy of all people, and then just runs after, like, holy shit, that got over. Like, they went apeshit, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's something you can be chant. I'm like, okay, I can see your hey, we want some Bailey chants for 4 different times during this match was warranted. I'm like, okay, it's wow. Like Murphy sold that.
We have next up.
And
We have next up our
the
Nia Jax squash match.
yeah, the Hype Bros win this with it's a Rough Rider, like, but it's from what's the other guy's name?
Mojo Rawlins.
Mojo Rollins. Wait, Rollins or is it Rollins?
Or is it Raleigh? Is it Raleigh or Rollins?
Because I think Rollins is like, is he related?
Mojo
to
Rawley.
Mojo Raleigh. Mojo
Yeah.
Raleigh.
Damn. I'm Mojo fucking Rollins.
I don't get hype. I stay hype.
It's a Rough Rider, but from like the shoulder. It was like
Oh,
a Rough Rider
could you
doomsday
imagine?
device. Holy shit! Like this was over too. We are the Ascension. And
Oh yeah, could you
we
imagine
will
that?
accept Jordan Gable's challenge? So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's next week. Jordan Gable.
Oh yeah,
versus the
all
Ascension.
there. Could you imagine?
But anyway, you were
Oh,
saying.
could
the
you
time-
imagine their sister?
was
Yes,
it?
yeah. I was just mentioning that their sister.
Well,
Well,
now it's just us, the real stars of the podcast.
oh, you was talking about Nia Jax this squash match.
Okay,
I'm like,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, that was just a botch. Yeah, that was a botch. Don't worry about that. Thank you.
Anyway.
I was just mentioning that with fucking we botched up Mojo Rawley's name. It's like calling Mojo Rollins. Like, could you imagine that? Like Seth Rollins comes out with Zack Ryder and they pour us a new the Major Brothers. Anybody remember that before? They're fucking edgeheads. They were the Major Brothers.
Oh, really? I remember. Oh, yeah, the Major Brothers.
Oh, the Major Brothers. I thought you
thought you
said
said-
the Nature
so
Brothers.
did I. I'm like, wait a minute.
Since when did Ric Flair get like his own like edgeheads?
I was hoping that would become a thing again with Seth Rollins.
Anywho, we had our
Call them Seth Heads or Seth Metals. Well, Seth Heads sounds like meth heads. I guess you couldn't get away with that.
Keep Rollins,
Yes, we have our
Rollins.
In a different era, you
That's
would. Oh, by the way, before the Nia Jax match, she's backstage and and Eva Marie shows up and she's like, "Hey, let's have a chat." And I'm like, "Oh, this can only end horribly." Oh no!
So either they're gonna face off or they're gonna make a stable.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, hide Eva Marie in the back and put her with like the big muscle who actually can kind of wrestle and do like sick, vicious leg drops and shit.
Quote unquote wrestle.
Yeah, because she's just like, oh, she's big and she can do shit. She has like karma, but not really.
She's China. She's 2.0.
She's okay, but she's not like
karma. No, Ashley.
She's not like a
Ashley. Ashley, Nia Jax is the Samoan Bertha Faye, but better.
Oh my sweet Nia Jax. But yeah, hide her, make her muscle for Eva Marie. I'm like, yeah, okay. Eva Marie is kind of shit. Well, not kind of. Right. Kind of shit is being.
Well, nice. She's learning. Think about it. She came from nothing, and now she's actually getting into wrestling. So I'll give her a break.
Yeah,
slowly but surely. We're fingers crossed for her. Oh man.
And if you compare her recent matches, if you compare her recent matches to when she debuted, holy shit, it's eons better.
Yeah, it's still light years ahead, but she's still got a long way. She's still got a ways to go. Yeah. And like I said, that's the best thing to do for her is probably put her in a stable or a partnership with another diva, and especially Nia Jax, who's like big muscle, who, like I said, can sort of put on a match. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to look past like these squash matches, which I was like, yeah.
That's what they were doing with Baron Corbin, putting him in squash matches, and he just didn't get over.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that because that was like Ryback's biggest problem for like the longest time. Well, no, because they put him in with like 2 or 3 people, and then he started doing shit. That's when he started getting over. Like, I was hoping they Batman Arkham Asylum this shit, and he just starts doing like free flow combos into like 7, 8 jobbers, and he just kills all of these guys. Gets one in a meat hook, chokehold, into it like a body slam suplex, and throws one into the other. Just free form combos, just like boat all over the place like a goddamn pinball machine. That's how it would have done.
Actually, no, it was Ryback rules. Ryback rules at the time.
Apollo's still mad over what happened. He gets a little interview. I was like, oh, Corbin's mad because I eliminated him a few weeks ago, and then he robs me on my chance. Next time I see him, I'm gonna break him. And I'm like, looking at him, I believe you. Local New Jersey girl Deanna gets offered up to Nia Jax. William Regal, NXT.
Yeah.
He underwent successful neck surgery. I'm like, yay. And meanwhile, Bayley gets her title after chasing down Alexa, taking impromptu photos. I'm like, who is like, wait, she's not the I'm like, how did she convince the camera guy to do that, first of all? Like, you're not the champion. Why are you posing for photos with that? Maybe she like knows him or something like that?
To be fair,
maybe it's like
the WWE cameraman don't know much. They didn't know who Batista was when he made a return.
Well, seriously? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow. So they're just like, oh, okay, maybe, well, maybe that's. I was like, yeah, I'm totally the champion. He's like, all right. And I get paid my $10.50. I'm like,
hey, exactly, hey. I get paid by the hour.
I get paid. I don't give a shit. And then she, like, Bayley gets her title back, and then she turns around. Nia Jax is, like, right in front of her. I'm like, oh, shit. Which is, like, I'm like, the perfect distraction for, like, Bayley to get jumped by Alexa, who then she sues Nia Jax and backs off. Nia Jax is like, I'm like, oh, shit, she's got the title.
And behind Nia Jax is Eva Marie, and she's actually the one.
Yeah,
she's the one gunning for the title.
Yeah, she's the whole time. She's like wringing her hands menacingly. She's like, good. Yes. Oh my god. Her title matches next week, by the way, too. Main event again, Bayley. By the way, main event. Bayley and Alexa. So, wow.
Yeah.
Way to go, NXT.
See, with that, next up we had Dash and Dawson versus the Bob Dylan for the tag belts.
They had their number at the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Can they do it again with the gold on the line? They did exactly what they were gonna do. They isolate one of them. They isolate poor Aiden English because they feel like Simon Gotch into like the steel steps and take him out, and then they start working his knee. And so like Aiden English like does his best, but via submission. Like I'm like, okay, they actually do get that over. I'm like, okay, that's good psychology. Like they said they were gonna do. They're gonna need this wheelchair because we're gonna cripple this guy, and they're like, they pretty much do.
Mm-hmm.
So Aiden English just like, oh, he's like trying to fight it, but no, he's got to tap out because he's like in the middle of the ring with a submission. So the Roughnecks are the new tag champs. So I'm like, okay.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't think much of these guys at first, but I'm like, okay, that was good psychology, and the match was pretty good. They delivered on what they were gonna do. They're heels. I'm like, okay, this is old school. I like this.
Which is weird. Like I said, why are someone named the Vaudevillains face?
They're too over not to be is the problem.
With that,
they should come back. Hopefully they come back and be like, I don't know, like the handlebar mustaches or something or whatever, like a face team would be. Because Gotch looks so amazing with the mustache. It's like, yes, quite.
We have
why, Joe? Why? They even chant this too. Yep. I'm like, okay, this is good. Like, why, Joe? Why? Why, Joe? Why?
Thank you, Joe is more like it.
Oh.
I can't stand Finn Balor.
Really?
Yeah, I really can't.
Too white bread and babyface for you?
No, his gimmick.
Oh,
his gimmick.
I'm the demon, but I'm not, and I dress like a normal person. And I have a cool, jacket. I'm Finn Balor. I'm not as ginger. I'm an Irishman, but I'm not as ginger as Sheamus. So maybe I'll get over more and look less stupid. Look out for me in Street Fighter 5. I have a name change because I can't do this. Copyright and all that, I'm a Super Saiyan no. I'm Super Saiyan 4. Check me out.
So was he like Demon Blanca then?
I don't think he has like fucking Blanca balls in that. That was the thing Ono was going to do, because they were going to do Blanca, and it's like, no, surprise, it's Laura. Ono was pissed with that. I'm like, oh, you leaked it. You leaked her, damn it. It's like, yeah, Joe had like an interesting thing going for it. It's like, when they announced the Tag Classic, you asked me to be your partner, and I'm like, so I took you by the hand and pretty much carried you through that match, and I'm like, he did kind of get, Finn Balor was kind of like, basically one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest at that point, because he like, hurt himself a little bit, so Joe had to like kind of pick up and take him through that match. So I'm like, yeah, you could argue that. Amidst the celebration, I stared you in the face, asked you, say, give me a title shot, and you were like, yeah. And then, like, it was like, there's a words and then there's putting actions behind it, and I did that. I put action behind my words, and you didn't. Like, you gave me my shot, but you put no action behind it. You just let William Regal to be like, Battle Royal Sunshine, or what? I forgot the accent. I keep wanting to do Finn Balor. It's like, I'm William Regal. No. Bangers and Masha was the king of the ring. Oh, I see that too. The table of 3, by the way. That was tremendous. By the way, I love watching that now. Before SmackDown, I'll do NXT and then I gotta wait for SmackDown to come on, so I'll do table for 3 again. I still think the best one was the New Day one, because they put over Kofi's accent like, boo, boo. Your boy done it again. Me compliments.
Let me get the burger.
Let me get a quarter pounder with cheese, man.
Let me take a bite.
Let me take a bite. Good. It's good. Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? Me compliments to the chef. Boo, boo, boo. I'm like, oh god, I remember that ECW.
Oh damn.
Hey, so anywho, with that covers NXT.
He had good reason for the heel turn, though. I'm like, okay, you gave me an opportunity, and then Regal comes up and he's like, and again, this was good too, because back then Joe was fighting for that. He's like, you gave me a shot, I fought this guy, and now I'm here. You're just gonna give me a battle royal? I'm like, I think I put myself in. I think I earned it. Being one half of the winners of your tag classic. You put the NXT title on hold, and I'm like, well, I'm here now. Like, let's have a match. And Regal's like, we're gonna have the battle royal, okay? And Joe looks at Finn, and Finn's just like, okay. And Joe's like, all right. And I'm like, you let Regal put me in the battle royal for a shot you already gave to me, which is insulting because I'm and that's when he gets like I'm like, okay, that's when he starts turning heel because I'm Samoa Joe. I was entitled to that fucking belt since I walked in the door, and I'm like, arguable, but sure. Like you big indie guy, big deal, big deal over in TNA. One of your, the original Crimson.
Yes, he was one of the original who was with TNA.
Yeah, him, AJ.
James Storm, Bobby Roode.
Storm, Bobby Roode. Oh.
By the way, James Storm does not have a contract with WWE yet.
Oh yeah, he was on there, and I guess like a tryout or something like that. I hope he. I mean, where else are they gonna put him? I guess he's
still in negotiations.
I guess he's still got to finish his TV tapings, I guess, or the delayed shit with DNA.
I need to. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. That's what's that on now? Thursdays, Fridays? Oh no, that's the same time NXT is now. That's Wednesdays now.
It's the same time as NXT. It's the same time as NXT. So I had to skip NXT for TNA.
Oh, okay. Well, Balor comes out. Refs are on both. Balor comes out. He's like, he doesn't mic him or anything, I guess, because he can't say anything, but he's just like pissed off. He's like, I'm here now. Like, that's fights right now. I'm Finn Balor. And so the refs they're breaking these guys up. I'm like, let Balor talk. Let him. I'm like, all right. Well, I get confused because I'm like, it's an hour long. I'm like, okay, you got to speed this up. So we just get to the end where Joe's like immediately clutches him. And he like holds up the title and leaves. So. And that's NXT, so I'm like, I'm like, okay, heel turn, but he had like reasoning behind it, and I thought it was really good. Like mostly it's like, cause I'm this guy. Like he did that too, but then he had like the whole like, you pretty much gave me the opportunity, and you just sit there and twiddle your little thumbs while Regal made them the Battle Royal match, and I'm like, yeah, you kind of did.
Right.
Because I'm Finn Balor, mate. I do things. Oh, Balor Club. Look at me. I got a cool t-shirt. I'm sorry, I was doing that accent all week. Ever since Wednesday, I was doing that to myself. I'm like, I'm Finn Balor. I'm going to get me a cheeseburger. Just very stereotypical. Someone puts an NXT title on me, potato.
Let me have a bite.
Anywho, with that,
was delicious.
Me compliments to the chef. Me and Becky Lynch.
And Fit Finlay.
Oh my God! That would be an amazing stable. Because Finlay, old school motherfucker, man. But anyway, what was that?
That covers me going into Ring of Honor, and that
before we do that, it was WWE in Dublin. It was Sheamus versus Finn Balor. Guess who won?
Sheamus?
Finn Balor.
Was it Finn Balor or was it Sheamus?
I believe it was Finn Balor.
Was it?
No, I believe it was Sheamus. Let me look that up.
Well, you basically pronounced that Sheamus put over Finn Balor, so.
Oh, he also left a little mark on Finn Balor.
Because he's kind of white bread too, not like radioactive like Sheamus. But I can imagine him.
Really?
Like, he's not like super level of whiteness.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, he welcomed him a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, I wasn't looking at the thing. Oh, look at fucking Payman gif of him shaking his head. Nod your head like this. Let me see you nod your head. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Will Smith.
Anyway,
Lesnar, the original
Right.
MIB. Look at that welt I gave Finn Balor, fella. We're gonna go have a pint.
They actually did go have a pint.
Yeah, that's what you do. I feel like an anomaly. Like I'm the only Irish person that doesn't drink. You can't stand it.
You drink sodas for your reviews.
Yeah, it's all my. Yeah, I gotta get back.
Shout out to Snacky for Renoa.
Yep. Which is
with that.
What are we doing?
Now we move on to Ring of Honor.
We're doing Ring of Honor, then TNA.
Yeah, go to Ring of Honor for me.
We'll do Ring of Honor, then we'll do.
Yeah,
TNA.
Ring of Honor and TNA.
Okay. Because I don't know what
right.
Is Ring of Honor
Right,
Wednesdays do? It's just all three of them?
Yes, it's right before TNA.
Right, so that we have...
Just like NXT.
On the same channel.
So we have...
Christ. That's confusing. It's like 3 different things on one
right.
day.
Right, so we have our... Alright, so we have our opening matchup with Cedric Alexander taking on ACH. And this was an alright match, but I feel bad for Cedric because he's a really good talent, but he's stuck in his fucking stupid lawsuit angle with Beta Scott. Where Beta Scott looks hot, but I mean, come on. Now it's like lawsuit angles in 2015. Really? It's like you're trying to turn this into fucking China Mark Henry sort of thing.
Uh-oh.
See, with that. Next, we have Will Ferrara taking...
Why does that name sound familiar?
See, with that, next up we have Will Ferrara taking on Caprice Coleman. Man, it's the second match in a row, which is just that the Ring of Honor crowd is just dead up on their hands. But, anywho, this was an alright match here with Caprice Coleman picking up the win on Will Ferrara. And next up we have the main event of my bros, the All Night Express of Kenny King and Rex Titus versus the Briscoe brothers. And this was another alright match over there for the main event of this program, but anywho, it's just that, again, the Ring of Honor crowd sat down on their hands for the third match of theirs in a row. That Jake picks up the J Driller to beat Red Titus and finish up ANX for the win. This was one of the worst Ring of Honor episodes in quite a while, but still, it was pretty alright. But, so anywho, next up, the Vex were for Impact. I think we lost Vex, so anywho.
Maybe
let's cover SmackDown for let's cover SmackDown for while he's gone.
Okay. Might come back later. Don't know what happened. Raw ended with the Y, so SmackDown opens with them. Somehow, like the events of Monday never happened to them. I guess this would be kind of a running theme on SmackDown. The Wyatt show up. Harper says this. The Wyatt show up and blood runs cold. Tonight we sacrifice them Uso boys to honor Bray Wyatt. Eric and Strowman say pretty much the same thing without mentioning the Usos. Leave a path of destruction and pile the debris and remains for Bray. It's like, it's all for you, Damien Sandow. No. Damn it. I was trying to say Damien, but I don't know who Damien is. I'm like, oh yeah. Hallelujah. Bray Sandow or some shit. I'm taking pieces of Taker and Kane they can never recover. I live in their nightmares, so I issue a challenge Survivor Series. Your family against mine, and you got till the end of the night to respond. Fun! Done! Oh shit, he's in a match with Braun Strowman. Thanks for coming. And I hit my mic, sorry about that. Flew too close to my table. First round of the King of the Ring. Final round, rather, of the King of the Ring. First round in the second non-annual Deadly Game tournament that I'm still trying to push over, but I don't think anybody remembers. At least not in WWE. Which seems inappropriate because you have the network. And I think that would be putting that up by now, but now it's the whole, if it wasn't for the Undertaker thing, 25 years, I'm like, it's too good. But King Barrett and Neville, that was the final match of the King of the Ring. Barrett lays into Neville, but he's being a cocky shit for someone who got bitch slapped by a soccer player on Monday. So again, I guess the Wyatts aren't the only one who act like Raw never happened to them. This was a good but a bit of a plotting kind of match, just because because I guess it's now they were going at like NXT pace, but they got to extend it because it's SmackDown and it's on TV. They got to do like commercials and shit. Red Arrow and Neville advances to square off against Kevin Owens in the quarterfinals. Holy shit. I think they're doing all the quarterfinals on Raw. I wish I had remembered the bracket. I know it's Roman and Cesaro. Renee with the Usos on their match against Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Uso says they're going to sacrifice us in the name of Bray. It's revenge because, pretty much laid one of them out beforehand. So they're going to be coming back. So it's okay. We got to... Revenge! Not sure why Kalisto gets a title shot. I guess they have to... I'm like... They'd give it to him, but not Sin Cara. None of the New Day. I'm like...
Oh shit!
Interesting.
I just went to go hang laundry, and then
Oops.
I didn't know. But go ahead. Let's just do SmackDown first.
Yeah, you left as soon as we were getting in because he goes through like
I didn't.
he goes to Ring of Honor quick because that was that
Wow.
one thing where I left for the marathon. I'm like, wow, you're done already? Shit.
I know.
I guess Ring of Honor is like an hour long, too, like NXT.
Bullshit.
Even though I got to let the mark does.
Yeah, it's there's only like 2 or 3 matches.
Oh wow, really? Ring of Honor's just like
Yeah.
wow. NXT at least had like
And
a couple segments and a couple matches.
there are no segments. There are no segments.
That might be.
It's just boom match, boom match, boom match.
Yeah, Indies at its finest. It's like, we don't have.
So
have
we're
time
talking
to
about,
develop our characters. Well, we went through the Wyatt's thing. They opened up. Fandango getting jobbed out to Roman.
It is really sad to see him without a dancer.
Like Fandango's coming out. I'm like, hey, he's in a match, and I'm like, oh shit, the Wyatts are still in the ring. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The set of realization came in. Like he's doing the Fandango thing. He should be looking over. Like I thought he was gonna like slow down. He's like, wait, I'm in a match with who? And he's just like, and then he would have been just like Fandango out like Fandango, but he's like walking backwards. He's like back through the curtain. He's like, bye. There goes the last fuck I give.
Time for a new gimmick.
Like, oh well, I'll come back when you guys leave. Back through the curtain again.
But it's really sad seeing him without a dancer.
Oh man.
Like see him doing it by himself. Even in his video, he has dancers.
Yeah.
So it's.
Where's the original Fondant girl? Where is she at? I miss you.
She was only a one-time thing, wasn't she?
Yeah, before Summer Rae, they got her. And wow, she looked amazing.
No, it wasn't. Was it Summer Rae? It was Summer Rae. Yeah.
No, that was after. There was like the first Fondant girl. I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
She looked amazing.
She was like a ballet dancer.
Yeah, she was like legit. Oh man.
You know, Eva Marie was originally supposed to be one of Fandango's dancers.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that Total Divas nightmare. Or at least seen parts of it on YouTube, bits and pieces. I'm like, okay, I can piece this together. And I'm like, oh, she's shit at that. I figured. But yeah, we saw the Barrett. We covered the Barrett and Neville match. You know, final match of the King of the Ring. First round in the second non-annual Deadly Game tournament.
No, because we got to get into Kalisto versus Ryback.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get in. That's when you came in. I had no idea what. I had no idea why Kalisto, but not the New Day.
Who the hell did Ryback piss off? Holy shit!
This was a good match, but holy shit, Kalisto got like the lion's share of the offense here. Like Ryback got some shit, but Kalisto would like immediately like counter out of everything. Like there was a roll up near fall countering a shell shock, meat hook retaliation, and Kalisto gets like the bottom rope. Selena Del Sol, I think is his called.
Yeah, Selena Del Sol won
from the top rope. Holy shit, Kalisto wins. Wow.
And I thought we were gonna get a Ryback heel move, but no, he shook his hand.
Yep. They teased it, but I'm like, where do you go from here? And he'll face the winner of our next match, heel on heel. I guess we did face to face to heel on heel. Stardust and Del Rio. Zeb back in, like, haters! Haters! Manchester's divided due to their 2 soccer teams. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, they do have 2.
It's pronounced football, you fool.
It's like Manchester United and... I keep hearing United because like, that's the only one I know. I know they have 2 teams. I forget what the other one's called, though.
Yeah.
I'm
not into football.
Or football, soccer. I'm not that much into soccer, fella. I need to go drink a pint. Or maybe he is. I don't know.
Look at the burger. Delicious.
Oh, it tastes good. Someone put a Samoan in me title match. Where's his Mike Tyson face paint at? Where's that happen? I think he dropped it.
Oh my god.
He came in with that. Nation of violence.
Oh my god.
Oh, someone.
God.
Stardust nearly goes into Cody because his face paint is just that much throughout his matches. He's just gone working a
Yes.
wrestling clinic with Del Rio because
It's Sting level of gone.
yeah, it's just like he's got the eye things, and I think that's about it. It's like, oh my god, it's Cody Rhodes. What happened to his face?
I'm not Cody. Hey, look, it's Cody. I'm not Cody.
I'm not Cody. Nah, I'm not Cody. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't get the new finisher for Del Rio because 9 times out of 10 his opponent has to set it up for him. Because they're always on that top rope. Like, he does the cross arm breaker just fine. Let him go back to that.
Or the super kick.
He does that.
Well, he still does the super kick.
Everyone's doing the super kick now.
I'm actually kind of glad that the super kick is a finisher now. Because before the super kick was this, hey, super.
Yeah, Ziggler won.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Yeah. But
then
before
again,
that,
Ziggler's
it was
got like
hey.
3 or 4 finishers. You never know with him. Because he's got the zigzag, he's got the sleeper. He was trying to get that over for a while.
Oh, no one has lost to a sleeper since Jerry Lawler was in the ring.
This was weird and hard to follow. The finish thing. I don't know. Which for Del Rio, it's a death sentence because the crowd is already like on death.
About that.
Like live crowds don't give a damn. I'm like, oh, why are you? You're doing it again. You don't know what you have till you have it. I don't want to diss Del Rio because I think he's actually a good wrestler.
Oh, he's a great wrestler. He's AAA champion they're gonna have him drop the AAA championship.
I think he already did, didn't he?
Did he?
I recall or something like that.
That's one less tie to cut. Because WWE doesn't want you doing anything besides them.
Yeah. Reigns interviewed backstage on his match on Monday against Cesaro in the quarterfinals. He's asked about what Triple H tried to do. He's like, he wanted me to take the easy way out, but I didn't. And I'm like, yeah, why didn't you? I'm like, they're exactly. Like I said, they're gonna hate you anyway. You might as well just. I forgot to mention that on Monday too. JBL.
They're gonna hate him even more next week.
JBL had a great line for this. He's like, and that's how I would have done it too. Is it's like if they offered you that opportunity and JBL was like Triple H wouldn't even have to finish his sentence. I would have walked up, yoink, see ya. I would have been like that, like, hey, Trips, what's happening? Oh, you got a title? Oh, awesome. I'm going to go watch the tournament in the skybox. Later, bitches. Ah, rich,
by Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Like, I'm rich, bitch. Walk out with the title up in my skybox with, like, girl on every arm. Just like, Evolution all over again. Gaudy-ass suit. Just, woo! Like, watching from my skybox. That's what
Triple H is like, hey, I can't work Tuesdays.
It's like, nah.
I can't work Tuesdays. Can you be champion?
Nah. Can come in someone else come in and sub for me? Like maybe I can hire a guy. Maybe what's Damien Sandow doing right now? Like let's bring him back. Let me get my hired muscle. Like
he actually got his old gimmick back.
Yeah, you showed me that he's doing that thing. So who knows when he'll be on TV again?
That was at that
was the overseas thing,
UK tour.
Yeah,
the UK tour. So he'll probably be back next week. Probably.
Hopefully healing it up again as the
Oh, he was heel in that match.
Oh, great. Back to square one, good. Because he was over for a while and he got some things going.
Even had the Hallelujah.
Rhodes Scholars, I thought that was awesome.
Oh, that was a great tag team.
That was amazing. But yeah, for some reason, don't know why, is Uncle Sam part of the Bray Wyatt family? Because Bray's got him on like the back of his like jean jacket or whatever, his vest. I noticed
That's a
that
sheep.
like. Oh, is it? It's like a sheep mask for Uncle Sam. Because yeah, like it's like Uncle on SmackDown like a couple of times he's holding back Braun Strowman because it's Harper and Rowan against the Usos for the main event SmackDown.
Oh, that's a sheep.
Roman using his inner Strom. Maybe I'm just. Well, again, I was between that and the new Legacy thing, so I maybe I did get a good enough look at it. I thought I saw like Uncle Sam because it was like because maybe it's like America. I'm like, oh, he's a new member, the Mex America, like the Wyatt family. They're this is my extended family, Zeb Coulter. Haters.
Haters. Braiders.
Braiders.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Viva Mex America. Is it?
Is that the one you're talking about?
No, he had like his jean jacket. He had like a leather vest on or something like that because he kept holding back Braun Strowman from getting in the match, which well, so eventually, like the end of the match, they just decide, hey, wait a minute, we're the Wyatts, we're heels, we're gonna 4-on-2 these fuckers, and
exactly.
That's why I didn't pay much attention to the match because I knew it was gonna be like, and yeah, like they wait till after like the Usos are late to waste. I'm like, wow, good job. They're already dead.
Need to kill time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Stop it! It's already dead.
Yeah, the reverse of NXT situation where they're gonna like condense that shit. SmackDown's like extend it, especially Raw's like extend it like way out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing for like WWE. They write for like an hour's worth of TV and try to extend it from there. And I'm like, nah, you gotta. That's why I didn't care too much about this. But Taker, I guess they accept. And I was like,
and to make it even, they're gonna bring back the APA as the acolytes.
Oh, that would be awesome. Because JBL would do that thing, because he was on them. Like, yes. Disrespectful. And like, let me call up Big. And it's like Ron and Farouk's like, damn. It's like,
then it would be even. But
damn white
then
boys. I would mark the fuck out. The acolytes. The only two other big tough guys that could probably stand a toe-to-toe with Strowman. I'm like, yeah. They probably wouldn't do much because they're both retired now. I think Ron.
We worship on Friday nights, Muggle.
Muggle. She's twerking Muggle. Check out them game. But anyway, you had some some bad shit going on for okay. I don't even have time to watch on the YouTube thing anymore,
So get this. You know those matches of the World Tournament? Those matches were actually taped back in July. Every match you see on TNA today was taped back in July.
What?
Yeah.
They're that far back in tapings?
Yes. And Bound for Glory was not live. It was pre-taped.
Oh. And it's a pay-per-view?
Yes.
You had to put money on a pre-tape? How much does that go for? That's like pay-per-view asking price, like $40?
And the reason James Storm left is because he did not know he was in a tournament.
Oh.
Because they're just putting the tournament on TV now. So he's like, oh, well, I thought I was done with TNA. I didn't know I was in such a tournament.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And here's what they did. TNA had the balls to do. They who was the biggest disappointment in this tournament? James Storm. And it's like, oof, they're really throwing him under the bus now. Yes. Which means that all the divas never had a chance. Almost everybody never had a chance. It's just
last I seen was like Grotto being like unintelligible as fuck, and then they're like,
oh, he is unintelligible as fuck. He's Irish.
Even more so. He's Scottish. Even more so than usual because he got like a big beating. And he's like, I'm gonna ride my truck. Or yeah, Scottish. I had to go to.
Where are my keys?
What are my keys? Yeah, where are my keys? Riding this forklift out of here. I'm like, okay. No one's gonna check for a concussion today? Are we that low on costs now?
Oh please! They'll let someone wrestle under the influence.
Christ. Yeah. And that was back when they had. That was back when they had made some money, at least.
That was back when Russo time.
So they're still doing the tournament.
They're still doing the tournament, but almost no one knew that the tournament was going on. Like almost all their roster had no idea. Well, what tournament? What's going on?
What?
It was like, yeah.
And that's why James Storm got called back.
And now they're throwing him under the bus, saying, "Oh, he's the biggest disappointment in this tournament."
Wow.
And they're finally gonna have a live event in India.
Rinka King's coming back?
No, but they got
I'm sorry. I
they're
love
pushing
Ring.
this.
Me and P had to
They're
watch that.
no, we're not bringing back Dirty Lee.
Dirty Lee. Oh my God, John. That was mine. And one announcers, they would do something big, and it's like, oh, I like it. Like, oh, those, oh. To have Rinka King
They're
now.
bringing.
They had
They're
like
really pushing this guy.
they had
called
like Eugene as a heel doctor. He was what's his last name? What's his real he had a last, can't remember his name off the top of my head, like his actual name. Shit. But he was like
Are you thinking of David Richards?
No, Eugene from WWE. And like he went under
In
like his
TNA?
Rinka King. He was like a
Oh,
doctor.
yeah.
They had like Chris Masters over there, somebody over there.
Mm-hmm.
There was like LXL or whatever the Jeff Jarrett's stable was of like
GFW.
of American wrestlers and something like that. Over down there, what's
A lot. It was such a
pulling apart barricades and shit. He's scaring the shit out of the Indian logo. It's like every week they would do that. Oh, it was it was the dumbest.
Speaking of GFW
shit I saw.
So they had to rebrand their names in GFW, right? But they gave the Twitter handles, so it's like Chris Masters at it's like Chris something, but it's Chris, yeah. But now follow his Twitter, Chris Masters. Follow PJ Black, Justin Gabriel. at Justin Gabriel. So it's like, it was bad. Yeah. Also, they're really pushing this guy right here. He's from India.
Yeah, Mahabali Sheta. I seen him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that broke away from Jim Storm.
Yes.
He's been
who single-handedly.
Yeah, he went through everybody. I did see that, and he's doing like the little finger thing, like that's a dance shit. I can do that. I'm like, Dirty Lee.
I'm really pushing him over. He's Dirty Lee if Dirty Lee got roided.
Yeah, he looks.
Rare.
Yeah, he's jacked.
Oh yeah, they're all. TNA also has this guy who's this freaking Irish brawler called O'Shea or something. Let me get the name. I know Shea. I know Shea.
I seen him too. I was like, what? I was like, why are you in this tournament? Ooh.
He's like,
he's super.
That guy right there.
Yeah, he's got the.
Who really looks like the fucking brawler.
Yeah.
That's a baseball bat.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a baseball bat.
Oh, that could be like a bottle. I don't know. I thought it was a shillelagh.
Who is really pushing that Brooklyn Brawler thing?
Yeah, he's supposed to be like this.
He wrestles in
I haven't seen much of him.
Ambrose attire.
Yeah, he's still got the suspenders on. He's like, I'm gonna wrestle in this. I showed up for work like this. It's my wrestling wear is the only wear.
Where's my potato?
Oh, Becky Lynch. What a hard piece of arse. Dirty Lee. Dirty. We're getting our accents mixed up. Mahabali Shera doing the finger dance like a punce. Look at him. He's jacked as fuck.
Also, do you remember the most racist TNA theme ever? For Davari?
Most racist thing?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here's what it is. You know how Davari was this whole Afghani guy?
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. His fucking theme music that one time.
Yeah, his theme music.
Christ.
A plane crashing.
Oh, that was the worst.
Into a plane crashing was his intro thing, like. And it's like, holy shit.
Oh, what happened?
I dropped something.
Oh, I thought it was coming from Maryland. Like he.
No, I dropped something.
Dirty Lee.
Dirty. Anyway,
Dirty Lee.
Right, same in the close out the.
Oh. That was a.
It's time for right, same in the close out the show.
Yeah, that was the TNA, right?
Time's out for. It's an honor. Alright, so it's time Plus, as a show, my segment called the Fantasy Island segment, for since we're doing this to honor Eddie Guerrero, to kind of our favorite Eddie Guerrero moments. Here, so, start my fifth favorite Eddie Guerrero moment, which would be, if it would be a little corny as all hell, but that moment on SmackDown for Eddie Guerrero tripped Big Show, and he sprayed the Big Show in poo. Also ties in with the the moment where he had Big Show trapped in that bathroom stall, and that Big Show was shitting out of a burrito that he had with a laxative that Eddie Guerrero gives him. And Eddie Guerrero just came out the bathroom door and just laid Big Show just let us like a huge shit.
That's what you get for messing with a man's eats like that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we don't have to do a top five. We just mentioned, favorite Eddie Guerrero moments in general. So
it's hard to come up with.
What's some of your favorite Eddie Guerrero moments, Renee?
It's hard to come up with 5, but I can probably think of a couple.
No, we don't have to do a top five. Just some general favorites.
I liked his. I kind of liked his heel thing he had going on, and then after a while, it became like the face thing. Him and Batista, like the will he won't he kind of turn thing on him. Then ended up being like
that was late 2005, yeah.
Oh my
of
God.
course, you can't forget about Latino Heat with China.
That was pretty good stuff. Latino Heat.
And of course, this whole feud with Chavo Guerrero over there for when China, not China, fuck. Chavo Guerrero went bald and went crazy, and he rode up on a stick horse named Pepe.
There was a thing where I forget who he was wrestling, but it's like you go over this, like you have this match first, and then you'll wrestle me, and Chavo just like jobs out like 1, 2, 3, and he's like, oh. Well, I guess we'll have our match now, so we have, like, a fresh Chavo, like Eddie had been had, and Chavo just beats him. Chavo just beats the piss out of him.
That was Bash to the Beach 98 for when Chavo fought Stevie Ray.
Yeah, Chavo got 1 over on him.
Yeah. Also, too, of course, Eddie Guerrero for his famous moment being Brock Lesnar at No Way Out 2004.
He came into WrestleMania as the champ.
Yeah, leaning toward the most tainted image in wrestling ever, with Chavo and Eddie. I mean, not Chavo and Eddie. Fuck, with Chris and Eddie hugging, having the belts together. So
it's good stuff. Because that's when, because that was the triple threat. Him, Michaels, and Triple H. You went over both those guys. What else was good?
I think what else?
We can't forget the custody battle with Rey Mysterio. Those
I'm your puppy
matches. Which
God, that was so
thanks to
fucking
PM,
horrible.
We've turned it to being like custody papers, like on the pole, to the actual fucking kid. Like Dominic is sitting up top. He's like, "Help me! Get me down from here!"
And with that, sir,
that infinite.
We end the podcast.
Where the fuck was Vicky?
No, we're not ending the podcast.
Where the fuck was Vicky?
The podcast.
Where the fuck was Vicky? Motherfucker. She had missed her cue. You want to talk going from like the Eva Marie level, like from learning from one end to the other, like she, like over the years. Like
big time.
Like early Vicky was like atrocious, and then she later became like we didn't know what we had to do was gone, and she left that one amazing match with using Eddie's music. I was like, yes, this is how you go out.
Mm-hmm. She came in as a... Actually, no, she even went into that match a face.
Yeah, kind of. Then she started the whole heel thing with, like, Chavo, where Chavo Guerrero, like, the vicious heel, he beat the shit out of, like Rey Mysterio's, like, screaming bloody murder, like, in getting bashed in the, like, his leg with, like, the chair, and it's like, holy shit, Chavo Guerrero, what happened? Like, damn, they were putting Chavo as, like, this huge, big-time heel.
Crippled, not crippled, but injured Ray for a while.
Yeah. It looked like he had. Like he hit him with is like, I'm gonna keep beating you with this chair while you're in this tree of woe position until you quit. He's like, quit, bam, quit, bam, and then Ray's just like, all right, fuck it, I quit. God damn it, Lee. It's like, all right, I quit. God damn it.
I just want to walk.
Stop, I'm already dead. Oh, my knee is blown again. Fuck.
Oh, Lord, my knees.
Oh, blood in my knees. Oh, who's that coming out of the ground? Oh, it's Rey Mysterio.
R-E-Y Mysterio, here we go.
Rey Mysterio, here we go. Oh, fucking hell. Put a mask on. Maybe you'll come out on WrestleMania with POD. Boyaka 619. That's Ron Mysterio.
Oh
yeah, that's the end of the podcast.
Oh,
is that the end of the podcast?
Yeah. We covered
we covered everything.
Unless we have like Lucha Underground off of it? No, that's still a thing.
Oh, Lucha Underground, about that. So, a lot of wrestlers are pissed.
Oh, really?
Because, hey, why do we have to wait until 2016? It's like, what are we going to do until then? It's like, so a lot of wrestlers have left Lucha Underground.
Still kind of.
Also, they're going to be, in season 2, they're going to focus on, like, supernatural stuff. So, basically, a high quality version of Halloween Havoc.
Oh, that's going to be so good, but so bad. Like I said, it's the fucking WMAC Masters of wrestling now. It's the weirdest, goofiest shit now. I'm like, oh my god, it's... the matches I've seen were fucking stellar, but... Ooh.
They're planning on making a huge babyface face off literal monster heels.
Oh man, just an actual mastodon they take out. It's gonna be the Yeti 2.0 again.
Exactly.
Oh my god, it's gonna be tremendous. It's gonna be the goofiest shit, but goddamn if it's not gonna be good. Are you not entertained?
And he comes out to smash Ralph. Hey,
What's it all? You have layers, you know. I'm suddenly Irish when I'm supposed to be Scottish. I have my own crazy customs. Oh, I can't wait. But that's the podcast.
Oh, it's gonna be up. Yes, that's the podcast.
Thank you for listening.
Oh,
and that's the podcast.
Close out with Rock JR.
Oh my god. If you smell what the Rock JR is cooking.
Oh my goodness. No, it's not that because that's copyrighted. Oh. It's if you feel what the Rock JR is doing.
Yeah, you can't copyright.
Is bringing.
The Rock is bringing. I'll tell you what he's cooking. It's shite.